Three, two, one. Hello there, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we have Piyush Paul with us. And Piyush Paul is a Manchester City fan. As you can see, he doesn't looks really happy with the results after this game. But what a game! I think Spurs. I think they have destroyed. Yesterday it was Chelsea who destroyed West Ham, and today it is City who was destroyed. What do you think? Anything? First of all, introduce yourself to everyone who's watching this video. Tell me about yourself and why do you support Man City? How long it has been since you were supporting Manchester City? Please.
Hi guys, my name is Prishpal. I have been a City fan since a long time, I would say. I started supporting City when I saw playing players like Aguero, Yaya Toure, Kevin De Bruyne. But yeah, I am not happy with the results today. I'm definitely not happy.
But what would you say that what things in where things went really wrong that City couldn't win the game because City were the favorites to win the game because I think they had a good season. Last season was good and they are considered as a contenders. So on that basis, what do you think that why it's happening like this?
I would say it's mostly because of the youngsters. Because there's an experience issue, obviously.
I,
There's an experience issue. As you can see, the second goal that was scored by Palinia, there was a mistake done by the young goalkeeper from Burnley, James Trafford. That's obviously an experience issue, and I have noticed in today's game that the players of Spurs, they were completely pressing towards the players of Manchester City. But in the other hand, if you see Manchester City players, they were giving rooms to players for making runs and for making crosses, because which led to the two goals eventually.
Yeah, that's true. What about Haaland? We didn't even see Haaland. What do you feel that why? What's missing in Haaland when it comes to bigger matches? Because we have seen this many times that Haaland really struggles with the ball when it comes to bigger teams. So what would you like to say about that, and how he can improve it? And did he improve in the last couple of years?
I would say Haaland is a amazing player. First of all, I'll say that. But the thing is that Haaland is not a solo player as bigger stars like, for example, Ronaldo or Messi. They are the players who can carry the game in a longer duration. But for Haaland, he requires support. He's not the one. He's not the person who will make. He will take the ball, show some skills, and then get past to defenders to score goals. No, he requires a person who makes those creative passes to him so that he can score the goals.
But there is no Kevin De Bruyne, so whom do you think that would be the right one? Is there any replacement, or you can see any sign? I know there won't be a replacement for a player like Kevin De Bruyne, but there are players whom you see now in these couple of games, and you can see that okay, this guy has this talent, or there hasn't been anyone who can even replace in the later 6 years.
Mm. Yes, I understand that, but the thing is that as of now, I don't see any replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. Yes, in some near future or some distant future, I can see Ryan Cherky covering that role, but as of now, there's no one because as we have seen in past previous matches that Kevin De Bruyne makes those crucial passes, that amazing throws, which leads Haaland scoring the goals or Doku scoring the goals or even Phil Foden. But the thing is that Ryan Cherky, he doesn't have the flair at the moment. He's a player who plays as an attacking mid, sometimes as a winger. But his main motive as of now is to score goals. Since he is in a new place, he used to play for Lyon back then. Now he's in the Premier League,
Tough league, right?
tough league, very tough league. One of the one of, I would say the toughest,
Toughest league, of
toughest
course,
league.
of course.
So the thing is that surviving in, as of now for Ryan Cherky, it's about surviving in the league, in the Premier League, because eventually with time maybe he will grow enough to make those crucial passes. But as of now, I don't see any
I
replacement.
think we have seen a lot of times when it comes to Chelsea, when Chelsea, like around the year 2022 from now, I think it has been a young team, and there's no pressure, enough pressure, because everyone knows that it's a young team. But when it comes to Manchester City, it really gets difficult because these fans are used to it, used to the winning ways. But then right now, I think there might be some reasons which they don't, get that. But then, yeah, it's a difficult time for Manchester City. But what do you think about how, if I have to ask you about how do you rate each of the new signings that you have got, what would you like to say?
I would say this signings that the city has done as of now, these are good signings for the future. Just like Chelsea, uh, Manchester City is now looking after new players because uh, for the past few years we have seen they have relied on the same players like Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Kyle Walker. But since they have left, so this eventually will lead them to bring new players, and they have to invest time on these players as Chelsea did. But as of now, I would say the signings they are good. They have a lot of potential, but for now they are surviving.
Yes. So you're basically saying that Manchester City not a title contenders.
No, of course they are, because it's not just the new signings. There are players who can support him. Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, uh, Jeremy Doku. As we have seen in the second half, when Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Doku they came onto the field as a substitute, we saw that the gameplay eventually changed. They had more scoring opportunities, but again, Spurs defense today was bang on. Mick Vandermin, Christian Romero, on place all the time.
Yeah, that's a, I've seen that they're very strong defensively. But we also need to accept one fact that when it comes to the both the clubs, Manchester City and Chelsea, I think they didn't have a proper season. I think that might be one of the reasons, because these players have didn't get enough time to rest so that they can start up. But I think Thomas Frank would be a perfect is a perfect manager for Tottenham Hotspurs. So this is one of the another reasons why I would say that Manchester City are in a downfall, because in this particular game we saw that how many players are getting injured. You have seen Phil Foden; he just played for like 10 minutes and he started like he's not gonna play more.
Yeah, I saw that because the thing is that the Club World Cup, because of the World Cup, the players they didn't get much rest, which eventually leads to the injuries. And if they keep on getting injuries, then they will be out. For example, Rodri, he was out for a long time. Today he came onto the pitch to support the team, but I would say he still requires, I think, about 2 or 3 months to come back to his prime again.
What do you think about any good thing about this tonight's game?
Tonight's game,
I think Doku is the one
yeah,
we can say.
definitely Doku is the one. Doku made those runs. Doku made those passes.
I think he should have started as well.
Obviously, for me, Doku should have started. Bernardo Silva should have started. Phil Foden, yes, he is a power sub. I would say he comes
And
on.
he's also injured as well.
Yes, he's injured, no doubt about that. But even before, when I used to watch the matches, I would still feel that Phil Foden should have come on a later half of the game because no doubt, he's a youngster, but he has that explosive pace and those cutting
Yeah,
passes.
just for 15 minutes, and you know.
But those are the ones that's required. It
Yeah,
just requires one pass to
yeah,
score that
one
goal.
good pass.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
So Doku, and do you see any other players who have really done well?
As of now, I would say Doku and Bernardo Silva.
And so
Right.
these two.
Yeah,
So what about Haaland? Worst?
I won't say he's the worst, but yeah, he requires support.
Now, who was the worst?
For today's game,
Yeah.
uh, definitely the goalkeeper. He made that mistake
Yeah, he's
that
pretty
cost us the
much
second
young,
goal.
He's 21 years old, and Manchester City is trying to build a young team, so definitely it will take time. But other than that, I would say, considering it is new, everything is new for him, so I would say that Haaland for me was the worst, and Doku was the best. The way he took the ball, but I think he should have started the game because of the low blocks of the Spurs. So what about so the next match for Manchester City is Brighton. So what do you think about that? What's your expectation on that game? And like we know that Brighton is a really strong team, and they are not they have been very consistent over the years. So what's your expectation? What do you want to see from your team in the next game, and who should start and who shouldn't start? Would you give another chance to your goalkeeper, or like you'll go with the new one?
No, I would say I will start with James Trafford. Obviously, he is new, no doubt about that. But the thing is that he has experience. He played for Burnley, so he knows how Premier League works.
Yeah, he
So
might be young, but he has the potential,
yes, he
and he
has
have
the
played a lot of games, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that
He has
really
played a
counts.
lot of games, and yes, he is new. He has come from a small team to a bigger team now, so he needs to start, because if he doesn't start, then he won't have the confidence to continue the future games. And I would say the left back today, Ait
Yeah.
Nori. He got injured, that's why he went out. But I would say he should start the next game, because he has the potential that is required for Man City at the moment. Because for the past few years, we have seen Manchester City, they have been consistently changing their left backs with Cancelo, Vardiol, and I would say the last good left back for Manchester City was Cancelo. Since he left, Vardiol, Netanyahu, they couldn't probably play the role. But Etnori, he can, because he has that pace. He has this those turns to go ahead and make those passes. Uh, for example, I liked a center back, left back back then from Real Madrid. His name was Marcelo. I think he has similar potential to that. Again, in the center back, John Stones and Ruben Diaz, obviously. Rico Lewis, he is also making mistakes, but I feel he also needs to start to build up that confidence, because he has played the last season as well. He would be a good replacement for Kyle Walker, the space that Kyle Walker left. In the middle, I would say Bernardo Silva and Ryan Cherky and Phil Foden should start,
Okay, that's a good
and
one.
Jeremy Doku should start.
Yeah.
No, if Jeremy Doku doesn't start, then it will be a problem for Man City in the next game, because Brighton is a strong team.
Yeah, Brighton is really strong team, and I've seen their games over the last few seasons, and they have been doing well. They have been very confident. So yeah, one last question I would like to ask him is that since they didn't Man City, I don't think so. It was a good game, and do you think that with so many injuries out there might happen, or which has already happened and affecting the team? Do you think that they this last week of the transfer window they should go for any player and any position they need players?
Yeah, I would say they should go for a center mid player for the midfield, and I strongly believe they should go for Xavi Simons. They require that, the game prowess, that skills, and Xavi Simons will provide that.
I would like to tell you that Xavi Simons only want Chelsea at the moment. At the moment, I can't say anything, but then Xavi Simons will be a Chelsea player. I don't think so. There's any way by which Man City can pull this one because no. Uh, do any other position which where you would like to have? I think you guys can get Christopher Nkunku. I think that would be a perfect deal.
But I don't think,
Or we have Nicolas Jackson.
no, I would say I don't think Chelsea are ready to let go of Nicholas Jackson or Nukunku at the moment.
No, 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 we are letting them go. So we just want money from them, and that's why we are looking for clubs. Spurs is the one who's interested in Nkunku. But what do you think? Should they go for Nkunku?
I think they can, because Nukunku is a player who has the
And he has experience,
yeah,
27 years.
yes, he has experience, and he can fill up those roles in this midfield, because as we know, James Madison is out because of the
That's a
injury.
big statement. He wants Nkunku. So yeah, that is in headlines.
No, I see. The thing is
No,
that
he's a good player. He's a good player, but he didn't get. I don't think so. I see him as a good player under Maresca, but under Pep Guardiola, he might shine. We have seen players like, after Havertz who have done really well after changing his team. So yeah, we can see that.
yeah, I feel, because I say this Nigonku would be good for Spurs, because I play FIFA. I play games in laptop, in mobile. I play the games, and I see the potential that Nugunku has in game as well.
So yeah, that was really funny. But then yes, so these are your expectations. So I think after looking at this game, I would definitely say that the number. I think the title contenders would be. I think I would rate it might be Liverpool. They have the higher percentage of chances. I think after that it's Arsenal, and after that might be Man City or Chelsea. But one thing I can definitely tell you that Spurs, they might be doing good at this point of a time, but we have seen many seasons how they bottle it up. So I think there's no need to worry about Spurs, because in the early stages they will do well, but eventually it definitely won't work for
They
Spurs.
eventually cramp under the pressure.
Yeah, definitely. And these legs are these because these legs are fresh legs. I think they have an advantage in front of us. But then, yeah, Man City and Chelsea, I think they are far better than Spurs. Maybe these early stages they can win, but I don't think so. Spurs has that to take it till the end. You need that Premier League winning experience, which definitely two clubs has at this point of a time. It's Liverpool and Man City, so I think that's a good chance for them. I won't say that Arsenal is never it is consistent at second position only. Beyond that, we won't ever see them. But yeah, it was really nice to have you, Piyush. What would you like to say about having a conversation like that? We can often have it. Next game against Brighton, we'll definitely have it, and definitely in the game of Chelsea versus Brighton versus Man City, it's gonna be a house full.
Yeah, it's really nice to come here and talk about it, because I don't have that many people in my life who really are into football or they have the football
Yeah,
knowledge. But yeah,
we both.
having discussion like this, it brings up a lot of new
We
information
have cricketers, cricket followers,
yeah
all over.
for us.
Our all of our friends, they really support cricket more than football. So yeah, it's a good fight between us. So yeah,
And the thing is that both of us agree that Premier League is the toughest league that exists for football.
Mbappe is not better. I would say that Haaland is better than Mbappe. But yeah, João Pedro, the next, I would say Ronaldo, and the next player is Esteban William is the next Neymar, in my opinion. Any such player in Man City, wonder kid, any wonder kid you have.
Obviously,
Thomas Frank.
we
Oh,
have
so
Jeremy Doku.
Doku, yeah, definitely, yeah. A point to remember that. I think it's an important point. Doku is really a nice player. So yeah, Piyush, it was really nice to have you. See you next time. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.